A big event in Dallas today, the dedication ceremony as the George W. Bush Presidential Center opens on the campus of Southern Methodist University. Bush, of course, at times a controversial president, has left a lasting legacy on both Texas and the country. Danielle Lee is in Dallas this afternoon with details.
Today.
Thousands of people filled the courtyard outside the George W. Bush Presidential Center for today's dedication ceremony.
Obviously, from an educational standpoint, I think the students and the community and the world will benefit significantly, and we are excited to be hosts to it here in Dallas.
Security was tight as all 5 of the nation's living presidents gathered together in celebration of the former president's legacy.
I've always thought that President Bush was gracious. He was patriotic.
The more than 43,000 square foot museum welcomes visitors through a Freedom Hall equipped with an HD video display. Not far away is a recreation of the Oval Office and thousands of artifacts like these bent beams from the World Trade Center.
I remember the image of George standing amid the rubble of the World Trade Center, his arm around the shoulders of a retired firefighter.
The museum's designers promise an honest examination of President Bush's often controversial time in office, from the September 11th terror attacks to the war in Iraq, the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, and the financial crisis.
Well, he wanted to just lay the facts out and let the American people know what he knew at the time and what he decided.
There's even a Decision Points theater that lets visitors decide what they would have done in the president's shoes. The library, however, also explores issues close to Bush's heart, for instance, his efforts in education and global health. A lasting testament the Bush Foundation hopes not to a president, but to the principles that motivated him. In Dallas, I'm Danielle Lee, NBC News.
President Bush's library is set to be the most comprehensive presidential library yet, holding more documents than any other. And going in depth, the library will be home to some 70 million pages of paper records, 43,000 artifacts, and 4 million digital photographs. The center isn't just a museum either. It sits on a 15-acre park that recreates a Texas prairie. KXAN's Leslie Rohde is in Dallas for the dedication today, and she even got to talk with NBC's Matt Lauer, who got a personal tour from Mr. and Mrs. Bush this morning. And Matt told her about one of his favorite parts of the museum.
He was the first president of the 21st century, and so you think technology. Obviously, you think about a lot of controversial decisions, but you think about technology, and I think they've done an amazing job implementing technology in the exhibits in here. There's that one section, I'm sure you saw, the Decision Points Theater, where visitors here are actually placed in a theater, and they're watching briefings in what seem like real time with breaking news flashes coming up, and then they're asked to decide what they would do in a similar situation to the one the president was in 7, 8, 9 years ago. I think that's going to be very educational and kind of it will have a great impact on the people who visit here.